Kangaroos.
Live it, breathe it, love it. All sports, double coverage.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. We hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I'm Dom with the great man Saucy. How you going?
I'm very good, and that voice is husky, mate. It's husky. You might have thought you'd be the MC back in the 90s at the roller skate rink, going around on the roller skate disco.
Yeah, well, those back in the 90s, the late night phone calls that you could make to a certain hotline. So
late night TV.
Yeah, lost my voice at the footy game on Sunday that I was with. I was with you at actually.
Yeah, we went
North.
We went and watched North get their first win of the season, and I think it was a much needed win. If I'm being honest with you, Dom, for the sake of your fan base, the first time Horny Boy had been back in town at Marvel against the Roos. The crowd let him know about it.
Oh, bloody
absolutely booed him from start to finish. Every time he touched the ball, he absolutely copped it. Boos left, right, and centre. It was great to see, and the Roos fans were up and about. And Dom, you were very happy.
I was very happy, mate.
You turned it on after half time, and your centre clearance work was unbelievable. Me and you both turned to each other at the start of the game and said Parker at half back, and then I think it might turn out to be one of the masterstrokes of the season, because he looked pretty good, and his ball use was elite, and he very rarely lost a one-on-one contest. So he may have found himself a new spot at half back, Lukey Parker. But yeah, the Roos looked very good in that first game against Port Adelaide, who looked pretty average, if you ask me, Dom.
Yeah, they didn't look great. I thought like Butters would just go off the handle and dominate, and Rosie and Horny Boy struggled. Georgiades played well. He's good. He's very good. So, yeah, but they're shit. Their team's terrible. I'll be honest with you, that first 15 minutes or so, we didn't look great. There was a few things we were doing, but they're a bit rusty. And then, I don't know, the game style started picking up. Obviously, we chipped the ball around, cut angles, like you mentioned to me, things that you could see as well that we'd improved on from last year. Obviously, you went to a lot of North games last year through work, so you saw a completely different team, you were saying to me. So, and I did as well, based off what I've seen off television and seen them live. There's just a few players that still did some things from last year. It's like, if it's a 3-on-1, you should be going in there and helping your teammate. Don't stand by and watch it happen. And a defensive transition at times isn't great. We're just going to have to try and blow teams off the park. That's a game plan.
The big thing for you guys is when your center clearance work gets going, you pretty much can match it with anyone in the league, with your guys in the center there. It's just a matter of being able to change that momentum. This is where I'll be interested to see, in coming weeks when that momentum's going against you. Does your team have the ability to stand up to not allow the game get out of hand, and bring it back and fight back and just change those momentum swings that are vital in any of AFL games. So, look, it's a good start. Doma. We've looked at the first 6 rounds. We're saying 5 5 out of 6.
I
I'll say 4 out of 6 is a
I
pass.
said to
I'll
you
say 4.
four minimum. I'll take minimum. Anything lower than that is not great. So, but that's our game done. We're starting with footy, but that's North winning by 46. And the other thing I was very happy about is we continue to leave our foot on the throat of Port Adelaide. We didn't hold off. Like they started to. You could actually see the moment that the boys were like, "This is fun," because every time they got it to us, they just wanted to bang it back inside 50 and put it up there for Larky and Tremby, Paul Curtis, just to shark the ball. Paul Curtis was pretty much trying to take a fucking screamer. Every time the ball came in the 50 to a pack, you could see him ready to just launch. So
He was going high. Took a couple of nice marks.
Zuhar kicked 4, I think, as well. So it's good for him to be kicking some goals. It was good. They were happy. They looked happy out there, and it just worked. So good start, North. I tipped against you, but as I said last week, I'll tip against you till you have to show me something. Like, you've given me no confidence, so you gave me some confidence.
I tipped North.
You did. Cat B signing for North to be announced shortly. Category B signing. You can message me on the side, Brent. Just tell me who it is. I won't reveal it because you'll end up losing your job, and I don't want that happening. My highlights, they'll be gone very soon. Global says, my daughter and I left at 3/4 time along with 80,000 Muppets paying $75 a ticket.
He's talking about Essendon.
Yeah, I know he is.
And we got absolutely pantsed. And, mate, Global, what more do you want from me? I said to you, we are bottom 4 material this season. And, you can either say I'm wrong or say I'm right, but by the looks of that first game, I think it's going to be more to the right. We actually have less of a chance, more of a chance to finish in the bottom 4 than say finishing closer to 10. That's all I got to say. And the under 7.5 looks very good. I think they've had us at 7.5 pre-season on the over-unders on the bookies. So, yeah, the under looks mightily good. I can't, I went through the fixture. I can see a maximum of 6 games we can win.
There you go. And Gunston, how good is he, mate? He's just a jet. So that was my take from Hawthorn. The Thursday night game, Blues versus Richmond.
You win.
Tom Lynch kicking spree.
Cost him the game. Dirtiest player in the game.
Oh, mate, it was the best. It was so funny. He's just giving away free kicks, and there's people around us. And somebody made a comment sitting behind me. I forgot to tell you this on Sunday. He goes, mate, this guy, all he does is just looking to just hit guys and like hurt him behind the play. This guy's so dirty. Talking about Lynch. He's just like, worry about this. And I started laughing my head off, mate. I was just laughing my head off because my mate's laughing. He's like, yeah, I've been thinking that for ages. He's like, what do you think? I said, mate, we've been calling him Ric Flair, the dirtiest player in the game, for like 6 years. And he started pissing himself laughing. I said, remember the time like I poked someone and fuck, he's giving low blows?
Ric Flair, mate. He's the dirtiest player in the game.
He just dives.
That's why you come listen to double coverage, mate. People have been thinking this, and we've been saying it for 6 years, telling you guys. He's off the rails, mate. Did you see him smash the guy into the post? Like, what's he doing? Smashed Harry Dean into the post.
We should be PCing Tom Lynch card source, you and I. We really should be.
I feel like he's the modern version of what an 80s player would be. I mean, I'd be a lot worse in the 80s. I've got this video DVD called The Electrifying 80s, and let me tell you, Dom, it's got some of the most crazy stuff you'd think you'd ever see on a football field. But it was another different time back then. It was is pretty funny. But yeah, I think Tom Lynch is a reincarnation in
Ric
nowadays
Flair.
of literally Ric Flair on a football field,
But
greatest player in the game.
they end up losing. He kicks 2 goals, 7. They lose
Cost
this
them the game.
game, 75-71. In all honesty, and he kicked one out of the full as well, Source.
Had some
So
easy shots too. Some of them were quite regulation, if you ask me.
the only
Would be pulled
thing
forward.
I turned to one of the guys that was with me because he made a comment like I think it was like halfway through the third quarter, and the person said to me, he goes, "Man, this is such shit football. This is so bad to watch." Like he goes, it started drizzling at one point in the game, but it wasn't wet. It was still ideal conditions. It was just cold. He's like, "This is just so poor." And I turned around to him, Silas, and I said, "Yeah, pick which one is the team that's rebuilding and which is the team that keeps saying they're going to be playing finals every year." And he started laughing his head off. And he goes, "Now that you put it that way, I don't feel so bad about how Richmond's playing." One is a rebuilding team, Source, second year into their rebuild. The other team is meant to be delivering premierships to their supporter base. That's the Blues. They stink. They are terrible. They are terrible.
Do you reckon Voss lasts the season?
No way. No way. I turned to my mate who's a North Melbourne supporter sitting next to me at the game on Thursday, and I said, if we lose to this team on Good Friday, we might as well pack it up for the year. Seriously. We might as well pack it up.
It's a big statement.
Their backline outside of Wiedering is terrible. Their forward line is non-existent. Harry Mackay's a dud. The only thing they've got going for them is their midfield. Oh, they're no good. They're no good. But in saying that, a guy like Brody Kemp will kick like 7 against us. Not on my luck. Yeah, they could be. They're definitely a bottom 16.
Yeah, well, I had them under
You
8.5.
I had them
under
over.
8.5.
I bought into the crap. You didn't.
No.
So it's good by you. The Dogs smashed the Giants 134-53. How good is the bomb?
Ridiculous. I can't believe the Doggies did that to the Giants. I thought the Giants would put up a bit more of a fight. But clearly the Doggies mean business. Let's see if they can keep it rolling. They look dangerous. I think the club's refreshed. The Jamara rubbish is gone. They don't have all that going on hanging over the club. They can just get on with business. And when they're rolling, they look really, really good. So it'll be interesting to see. I'm not looking forward to playing the Doggies, Essendon. I think we might lose. We could lose by 100. Well, honestly, we've lost by 124 to them once before.
Oh dear!
It could be really bad. Could be really, really bad.
You don't want to be playing at the moment. You really don't.
They're in good form start season.
Next up was game of the round, and it was the Cats versus the Dockers, and the Cats just came from nowhere.
I thought my tip was looking good. I thought my tip was looking good going into the third quarter, and then the Cats turned it on. They bought it back. It was you can never count them out down there in Geelong. And,
definitely not.
It was a great fight back. And yeah, that's what I said. Don't underestimate. It was a bit of an off game, and they showed what they can truly do. Having some of their also, I think Dangerfield and Cameron both played as well, so big ins. Yeah, look, I'm still confident Geelong's going to make finals this year. Let's just put it that way. Very confident.
If they play the way they did in that last quarter and a half, then yeah, probably they could put it together. Next up, we had Sydney smashing Brisbane by 44 points. Brisbane had a lot of outs, so read into it as you will.
Gordon, done, 4 months.
Well, they lose their first key player, Sydney, 2 games into the season. So
how unlucky. How
Someone
unlucky.
has to step up.
Golden, unfortunately, unlucky. Unlucky for him and unlucky for me, Dom, because in my fantasy draft, he was my first pick and he's done his
Oh,
shoulder. So,
what a
oh,
shambles.
geez. I'm in an absolute shambles in my fantasy. I'm going to have to trade him out for some free agent just to plug a hole.
No, I
He's
wouldn't
no good
trade him
sitting on
out,
the bench
mate.
for 4 months.
Yeah,
No good for sitting on the bench for 4 months.
I'd keep him
What am I
there.
supposed to do?
I'd keep him there, mate. You can't drop him. How many bench slots do you have?
4.
Yeah, it's all right. I carried Jordan Ridley for 14 weeks 2 years ago. It's all right, mate. That's what you got to do. You got to keep him because someone else in your league will pick him up, and then you'll play him in finals, and then Goulden will come back and win finals for fantasy, and then you'll be cursing yourself, mate. You'll be back in July.
Oh.
You'll be cursing. I'm telling you, you'll be cursing. You think about it, bye weeks, all this stuff. Time goes by quickly. Sydney hasn't got their bye yet. They play this week, then they got a bye. That's already 2 weeks gone. Then there's another bye mid-season. That's a third week already gone out of the 4 months. You're already looking at 3 months and 1 week. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be getting rid of him. 16 weeks. We're in round 1. He'll come back in exactly in time for finals for fantasy. Think about it, bro. Trust me, I've been doing draft for 10 years, mate. If my key guy went down, I wouldn't drop him. I had 1 year.
4 months. What's that?
Sam Walsh was
16
out for
weeks.
Sam Walsh was out for 10 weeks. He got injured, dropped into the free agency. Mate, the guy that won the league picked him up. Comes back right around finals time, and he's just scoring hundreds. And he was kicking himself. I'm just saying, I've seen it happen too many times. Multi-Bont, Brownlow, Smith, Rising Star, and either King or Charlie for Coleman. I don't reckon King or Charlie are going to win the Coleman.
Who do you
It could be Gunston, mate.
The gun.
He's already on 9.
He outsmarted Zach Reed Friday night. Had him going in circles. Smart football.
Let's smash through the rest of these games. The Gold Coast slapped the Eagles 131-72. We knew that was going to happen. Then we had Collingwood losing to Adelaide 93-79. In this one, they tried to make push a comeback towards the end of the game, but it just wasn't enough for them. Adelaide were able to hold them off.
Adelaide did well to hold them off in terms of when the momentum was going all Collingwood's way. They were able to just stem the momentum by finding a crucial goal, to stem that flow. The Ben Keys snap was an absolute welter. It was an absolute pearl, if you ask me. He couldn't have hit it better. And look, it was a good matchup, and I think both these teams are going to be good. I think the Pies, people are underestimating the Pies. They're missing a few players there, and they're able to put it up to the team that finished on top last year. They might not finish top 4, but I can't see them missing top 10. I'd be very surprised if the Pies do miss top 10.
There you go.
Anyway.
And then last game of the round saw a 13-point win, and you loved every moment of this. The D's beating the Saints. The whole. I don't know that we got to come up with a nickname for the Saints because they spend a lot of money.
They've spent heaps of money. The Saints.
Salary cap Saints.
Surely they. Is it because they were just been saving? Because I've heard if you save money in the salary cap, you can spend it in.
Yeah, I'm just saying salary cap Saints because they got no salary cap left because they spent it all in the off season, and they're 0-2. You know when they say knock knock, who's there? Owen, and then they go, "Oh, when the Saints go marching in."
Yeah.
Or when the Saints can't buy a win. That's what it should be. Seriously.
I have loved every second of it. I'm not gonna lie. Gone out there, spent
I knew
the
you
big
were.
cash, and they just. I mean, if you're considering yourself a finals team, a team like Melbourne is a team you should be beating, especially with the players that seen the door in the off season and who they've gone on on the park at the moment. But no discredit to Melbourne, they just proved that St Kilda still can't play on the G. Dom,
They've had
2 weeks in a row, two
two cracks
losses.
at it.
Marvel
That's good.
specialists,
That's good by
they
Global.
are.
Owen too.
Yep.
Very good.
So look, yeah, for the supporter base, you guys better turn it around because, I think the supporter base is. They thought this year was going to be the year we've invested, bought in some players, back to finals. I don't think they're saying they're going to win, but back to playing finals. But yeah, look, there's still a long way to go, but
There
it
is.
needs to be better. Needs to be better.
Definitely. And good win for the D's. All right, let's get to round 2 game source. And it's a banger to kick off the round. Hawks versus Swans. Now, it's at the G. Do you want me to tell you the odds in this game?
Yeah.
The Hawks, you're going to be shocked, are $1.46.
What?
The Swans are $2.73.
What?
Yes, gamble responsibly, ladies and gentlemen. I was a bit, I'm sure shocked as you are when I just switched over to round 2, and that's the odds on Sportsbet. 273 outsiders, the Swans.
Yeah.
I know they
Okay.
lost Goulden, but pretty interesting. Anyway, your tip: Hawks or Swans? We're actually nine apiece for the tipping source.
I'm going to tip the Swans. I'm going the underdog here on the bookies odds. I reckon they can beat the Hawks.
Yeah, I'm going.
There was
I'm going.
parts of play there where we were able to pick the Hawks apart,
Oh,
from
no
moving from
Heaney,
front to back.
no Heaney as well. Says
Oh,
Global.
no, Heaney is injured as well. Okay, that's probably why. Oh, I might have to change my tip. I was going to say only Goulden out. No Heaney. I think the Hawks will win. No Heaney, no Goulden. It's 2 big outs. There's 2 goals, 25 touches from Heaney. Goulden, we know what he can do, but they played a lot without him last year. He didn't play the whole year. They won a lot of games on the back end of the season. Without Goulden, I'd be a bit more confident. Without Heaney and Goulden, it's 2 big outs. I can see why
Yeah,
the odds have favoured Hawthorn. Do I think that's a bit of an overreaction? I do, because they still have some very good players on the park. So, well, anyway, I'm going to tip Hawthorn.
Crows Dogs in Adelaide.
Ooh, I'm going to go Adelaide.
I'm going Dogs.
If the Dogs win this in Adelaide, get up and about, Dogs fans. That's all I'll say. Three wins into the season. If this is a type of win you can go over there, get the win on the road, I'd be excited.
Tigers Suns at the G.
Suns.
They beat the Suns last time, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I've got to pick the Suns. If they're
I'm picking the
serious,
Suns as well.
these are the type of games they're going to win.
We got GWS against St Kilda in Sydney.
Yep, GWS. Give me it every day of the week. This is the game where St Kilda probably comes out and wins, but
probably.
They should have won last week against Melbourne when you think about it. If you look at both
Oh,
teams
they should
on
have.
paper.
They should have, but they didn't. So, Freo versus Melbourne in Optus, in Perth at Optus.
Freo.
I'm going Freo as well. Port versus Essendon in Adelaide.
Port.
I'm going Port as well. Maybe Georgiades will end up kicking his 5 this week.
Yeah, he will.
And then the last game, because obviously there's buys this week, West Coast versus North Melbourne.
North Melbourne. You've sold the game to them though.
I'm
Could come
tipping
back
North.
to buy you.
Yeah,
I'm going to
could.
tip North.
Odds are pretty close on this. 261 to $1.50.
To North.
No, we're favourites.
Yeah, that's what I mean. North's
Yeah,
$1.50.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the buy to Brisbane, Collingwood, Carlton, and Geelong this week. All right, Sauce. I'm going to throw to you for some EPL.
EPL fixtures by round. Well, we're up to round 30. Went by Burnley 0-0 with Bournemouth. Sunderland defeated by Brighton 1-0. Arsenal defeat Everton 2-0. Chelsea defeated at home by Newcastle 1-0. West Ham draws with Man City. They drop more points. Great to see. Crystal Palace draws with Leeds 0-0. Manchester United get back on the winners board 3-1 against Aston Villa. Nottingham Forest 0-0 against Fulham. Liverpool draw with Tottenham Hotspur. And Brentford draw with Wolves. That rounds out round 30. I watched the mini game of the Arsenal-Everton game. We peppered them all game. Got the breakthrough late on. And then obviously the sealer, Max Dowman, youngest ever player to score in Premier League history, down in the history books. And not for anything, Dom, the 16-year-old, I'm not sure if you've seen this Max Dowman play.
I saw
He's
highlights
just
of it.
fearless. Like he just gets the ball and he just runs at defenders. He's got pace beyond belief. I'll probably say he's about as fast as prime Theo Walcott. When Theo Walcott was going around, he had his pace. He gets right up there. His dribbling skills is unbelievable. Left footer, and he came on and changed the game. I can't believe I'm saying that. A 16-year-old came on and changed the game, changed the momentum, and obviously scored in the end to get the sealer. And he helped, crossed it in to get the first goal as well. So good to see. And Sydney dropping points. We've got round 31 on the cards. Any comments on the United game? Did you catch it? Did you?
I saw the highlights. I was very happy. That's all I'll say. We're back. We're back to where we were. It was just a bump in the road. Good to see Sesko on the board again.
Do you reckon Carrick's gonna get the job?
Nah.
They bring some experienced coach in.
Some experienced Lemon in that will then bring all his guys in, change the system again, and we'll be just as shit as we were last year.
Oh. I heard a rumor today that Bruno Fernandes could leave at the end of the season. Free agent.
Surely not. I hope not.
He's a free agent at the end of the season. That's what He's
got the all-time assist record in a season. He's already broken.
I heard the word on the street. Arsenal's in talks. We could be getting the Van Persie payback here.
Really?
Look, it's on social media. So don't. If it's not coming out of Fabrizio's mouth, it's very much a rumor, very much in the distance. Of rumor, right? It's not coming out of Fabrizio's mate. It's not coming out of Fabrizio's mouth. So
it was some stupid freaking goal. You can't trust goal anymore.
Yeah, you can't trust a bunch of sources. Anyway, we go on to round 31 in the EPL. We've got Wolves already played Arsenal. That game was played ages ago. That was actually part of round 31. They must have obviously had to play it for fixturing reasons. So Arsenal drew with Wolves 2-2. If you remember that game was played on the 19th of Feb. And funny enough, it was out of a game out of round 31. And then we've got Bournemouth against Manchester United. This is Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Then you got Saturday evening, Brighton versus Liverpool, so 11:30 p.m. This is Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Check fotmob.com for your times. It will update for your specific time zone. You got Sunday early morning, Fulham against Burnley, Manchester City against Crystal Palace, which is being postponed must be other fixturing going on there with maybe they're in the FA Cup or something like that. Everton against Chelsea, Leeds against Brentford, Newcastle against Sunderland, and then Monday early morning 1:15 a.m. Aston Villa against West Ham and Tottenham Hotspur against Nottingham Forest.
It's a big relegation match.
Hang on. Let's go back.
That's huge. That game's huge.
That is a massive game because, as Doma mentioned, we'll start at the top, we'll move down the bottom. We've got Arsenal on top, 9 points clear. They got played one extra game, 31 games. City's 9 points behind on 30 games played. Goal difference, Arsenal's looking very good, plus 39 compared to City's plus 32. I really hope this is the year, Dom. We got 7 games left. City's got 8 games left. I just hope we can get it done. If we can keep winning out the games, we'll never know. We might have it sewn up 3 games left in the season. It would be nice. Be a great way to finish off, just knowing that we've won the league, and we can go into the last game and I can revel in the trophy presentation. But there you go. You've got that. You got United in third on 54 points. You got Aston Villa outright third, and you got Aston Villa on 51 points, Liverpool on 49 points on 5th, and Chelsea out of European football in 6th on 48 points. And Manny, your sphincter must be getting tight, mate, because Doma, this might be the greatest call of all time by Doma, the start of the season, going triple or nothing. And he's not going to owe you absolutely jack squat. You got greedy, mate. You got greedy. I mean, it's a little bit early to talk, but the way things have been going, Chelsea haven't been playing the best. So, look, disappointing for Chelsea fans. Thought they'd be on the up, at least getting back into European football. Still time though. Still 8 games left. Then you've got Brentford in 7th, Everton 8th, 9th, Newcastle and Bournemouth 10th. And then we go down to the relegation. As Doma mentioned, you've got Tottenham versus Nottingham. Nottingham is on 29 points, equal with West Ham, who's on 18th in third last. Burnley and Wolves are both out. Burnley's on 20 and Wolves is on 17. They're both gone. So West Ham could potentially swap around with Nottingham Forest and Tottenham Hotspur, who's on 30 points. And not Tottenham and Nottingham versus each other this weekend. That's massive. That's massive. If one of those teams can snag
who's West Ham play?
Well, West Ham just got points off City, and they've got Aston Villa away, so that's a tough game. But they should believe in themselves.
If they can pinch a draw, Nottingham can win. Jeez. Very interesting.
Right, that's not it. Hang on. Before we move on, we have Champions League tomorrow. There's more football. We'll have a look. Tomorrow morning, you got Sporting against Bodo Glimt. They're down 3-0 on aggregate. You got Arsenal against Bayer Leverkusen 1-1 on aggregate. It is. You got Chelsea at home against PSG. They're down 5-2 on aggregate. Man City against Real Madrid. Man City's down 3-0 going into this second leg. Can they do the great turnaround? Let's wait and see. And then Thursday morning, you've got Barcelona against Newcastle United, where I believe it's 1-1 there. You got Bayern Munich against Atalanta. I don't know why it's not showing me the aggregate score here. I'll just quickly have a look. Aggregate score is 6-1 Bayern Munich's way. So not very good for Atalanta's looking there. And then Liverpool against Galatasaray. It's up 1-0 on aggregate. And then you got Tottenham Hotspur against Atletico Madrid, which, as I said the other week when they played Atletico at home, money for jam. Tottenham is down 5-2 on aggregate. Tough one for them. I think Liverpool's probably a shoo-in to win. Bayern Munich's got a bunch of injury issues with their goalkeeper. They don't have one fit goalkeeper at the moment, Dom. So pretty crazy there. And it'll be interesting to see, can City do the great comeback, what Real usually does to teams. I'll be very interested to see if they are able to pull that one off. So tomorrow, tune in. It's a big day of football. Hopefully Arsenal can get through at home against Leverkusen. I think they can. So
trying to win everything at the moment, mate. The Gunners.
I'll be up watching tomorrow morning, checking it out. And we're short favourites, Dom. So, jeez, I'd hate to lose when we're $1.27 favourite.
That Atletico tip you gave last week was like unbelievable. Just the easiest money you could probably ever win on a bet. Like, if you're a Tottenham fan, you shouldn't be thinking that you're going to play any better in the Champions League than you are in the Premier League, because they're a shambles. And the odds for Atletico last week were a joke. So good call by you. If anyone took you up on that bet, well done. Gamble
Giving out the
responsibly.
tips, I gamble responsibly, but I always, when I see value and I think something is very good, I'll call it out where I see fit, and I hope someone trusted me to either chuck it in their multi or back it straight. That's why I said just back it straight. But nonetheless,
Global's not happy about F1. We're about to get to a Global. That's all right, mate. Just relax. He's not happy.
have your say. Have your say, Global. We'll bring it up.
Here it is. I'm not going to read it out, but it's there for those watching that are going to watch. There's a few expletives in there. The gist of it is he's just not happy with the new regs and how the cars are. So Chinese Grand Prix on Sunday that just passed, and if Max Verstappen's not winning and Oscar Piastri is not racing, because I just don't think they race anymore at McLaren, considering both cars didn't even start on the grid. They didn't even race one lap on race day. They sat in the shed. So, yeah.
What happened?
So,
what's going on with McLaren?
Car problems.
Good? Oh, no.
They sat in the shed. So, what's better than having the Italian stallion, Kimi Antonelli from Mercedes, winning his first ever Grand Prix source? It was great. Wins by 5.5 seconds over his teammate George Russell, Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc in the Ferraris in third and fourth, Ollie Behrman in the Haas in fifth, Gasly sixth, Lawson seventh, Isaac Hadjo in the Red Bull in eighth, Carlos Sainz in ninth, and Franco Colapinto in the Alpine in 10th. We're going to go all the way down to 16th in a DNF for Max Verstappen. So DNF for him, DNF for Alonso, DNF for Stroll. So that's the Martins. Both didn't finish. A DNS for Norris and Piastri, so did not start. Bortoleto didn't start, and Albon didn't start. So 7 cars.
The new regulations wreaking havoc. Cars,
it looked good for the Ferraris, though, all the overtaking and stuff. They actually battled against each other, Leclerc and Hamilton. Really great. It was just great driving. If you haven't gone and seen any highlights, just do yourself a favor. Everyone listening or watching this, just go watch that battle. It was so epic. Even the battle where it was Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc, the three of them were all next to each other and they were overtaking each other. That is the capability of what the cars can give to us if everyone was on a bit of a level playing field. But unfortunately, some of the top cars suck, and somehow Isaac Hadjar is finishing in a Red Bull and Max Verstappen is not finishing a race, which is crazy. So, good win for Antonelli. I think he is equal first at the moment. There's no race this week. We'll talk about the Japanese Grand Prix next week, but he's sorry.
The cars, one thing I will say, we went the other week when I was here in Melbourne down to the Grand Prix, and they just don't sound as good as they used to. And I've seen an old clip of, I don't know if I sent it to you, Dom. It was like a car from 2004, then a car from 2008, then a car from like 2016, and then a car from like now. And it's just the evolution of the sound is just, it hurts my heart to see. Just the onboard sound that you get out of the car, you just there's barely any sort of whiz about it. As we mentioned, the F2s had sounded better, and with the engines than what the F1s did. So, look, yeah, what can I say? I hear where you're coming from, Global. I hear where you're coming from with your frustration with the regulations in the sport. But yeah, that's the way.
The leaderboard,
isn't it?
leaderboard at the moment. Russell on 51, Antonelli on 47 points, Leclerc on 34, Hamilton on 33, and then Ollie Behrman on 17 in the halves, and Lando Norris 6th on 15. Max Verstappen is in 8th. Oscar Piastri is on 3 points because there was a sprint race as well in the Chinese Grand Prix. So, yeah. Sauce and Slim Shady. Hello, Manny.
Manny, are you getting nervous? 6 points behind United, Chelsea are. I mentioned it earlier. 6 points behind. Triple or nothing.
I'm not saying anything, Manny.
Domin's going to end up giving you absolutely...
All right, Sauce, let's go to you for the UFC.
UFC event on the weekend. We had one go by, and I'll let you know what went down in a second. You had Emmett against Velos at the UFC Apex Arena, and I'll bring up the results so we can run through them. You had Kevin Velos defeating Josh Emmett round 1 KO. Julian Robertson defeating Amanda Lemos, third round decision in women's strawweight division. Jose Miguel Delgado defeating Andre Fili in the featherweight division. Markin Rakiki defeating Harry Hardwick with a KO in the second round. Ian Kutalaba defeating Dumas Sai with a submission in the first round. And Charles Johnston defeating Bruno Silva with a decision over the 3 rounds, a split decision. You can check out the other. I'll just scroll down for anyone watching so you can see the results. But anyone else, you can check them out. Just head to UFC events, UFC.com/events. And then this upcoming weekend, we have Evloy against Murphy, UFC London. And that is Mosvar Evlov and Leron Murphy featherweight bout, 1 versus 3rd in the ranking. So a big fight in that weight division. It's on very early main cards, 7 a.m. Sunday for here in Australia. So check your local guides for the starting time for you. It is over in the UK. You got Luke Riley against Michael Aswell Jr. featherweight division. You got Michael Venom Page against Sam Patterson in the welterweight division. You got Iwa Barwinski against Austin Lane in the light heavyweight. Roman Dolidze against Christian Leroy Duncan. Curtis Campbell against Danny Silva. That rounds out the main card. Prelims are from 4 a.m. Or you just don't go to sleep Saturday night and just stay up all through the night. 4 a.m., chuck on the UFC. This isn't a main event or anything, ladies and gentlemen, so it should be on there this weekend. Check it out, UFC.
Very nice, Sauce. Manny says, what happened to all your Adam and Eve toys from those cabinets behind you? I'll give an update to everybody
out
at some stage. I got some questions for you. First question, Saucy.
Yep.
Thoughts on Netflix UFC card between Ronda Rousey, Gina Carano, and then like obviously they've got Francis Ngannou fighting on that card as well. Any thoughts behind that?
What's this? Say again?
You don't know about this?
No.
Netflix is producing a MMA pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's got Nate Diaz fighting someone on there. Francis Ngannou's fighting against someone, and then Ronda Rousey's fighting Gina Carano on the card as well. This is legit. You can look it up. It's 100% legit. They had a press conference and everything. It was hosted by Jake Paul. The Jake Paul Fight Club. Is that what it's called? I don't know. But it's on Netflix.
It's by his promotion. I think he's MVP Promotions. I think that's what he is.
I don't know. So, obviously, you're
no
not
idea.
aware of that.
Haven't seen it. It could be just another gimmick. Netflix pay big dollars to these fighters.
I think it's five minute rounds for the Ngannou fight and the Rousey fight, I'm pretty sure, and even the Diaz fight. So anyway, and then my second question to you is, what are your thoughts on this White House card?
It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. A lot of big fights on there, so and a lot of big names, so it will be good to see. I don't know. The main event, I just can't see Topuria losing and Gaethje beating him. So, and then Pereira, Garn's got to grapple. If he stands up and bangs with him, he's going to get knocked out. And then, yeah, look, some good fights. Rufy versus Chandler will be a good fight. Nickel against Delkus, it's another good fight. Lopez Garcia, they're all good fights. It's a pretty good card, if you ask me. Pretty good. There's obviously been better cards in the history of UFC, I'd say.
A lot of people say that it should have been a bit heavier on the US fighters. Like they reckon they should have given Colby Covington a fight on this.
Yeah, probably not a bad call.
Colby Covington. They said they should have just made anything possible because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity because it's for the 250 years of the United States. They should have had the biggest card ever. That people are saying they should have paid John Jones whatever he wanted, Conor McGregor whatever he wanted. Which, not for anything, I know Dana's a really good businessman, and I'm not questioning that, but if I was in his shoes, I would have paid everyone and anyone anything they wanted for this card. I would have had Pereira Jones, I would have had Chandler McGregor. Topuria would not have been the main event because it would have been Jones versus Pereira. The greatest of all time against arguably the greatest in the sport at the moment. And then I would have had Topuria on the card because he is next to Alex Pereira, one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter in the UFC. Then another guy that I'm surprised isn't on the card is Islam Makhachev. So, and the other question that everyone said was, why didn't they have, I understand the timing of it all, Source, I get that, because it's just the way they do it all, but they should have had every title fight at this card. Every title fight, because there's no female fights either. Like, where's Kayla Harrison? She's not fighting.
Yeah, true.
They should have had, like, yeah, every title fight, potentially. Or every fight should have been a title fight. Not, you probably couldn't have every title up for grabs on the card, but every fight should have been for a title. So I actually like all the comments and stuff around this card. I'm with you. I don't think it's that bad, but I agree with what I've gone blank on who he is. He used to fight. He's friends with Joe Rogan. What's his name? People remind me in the
Brendan
chat.
Schaub.
Brendan Schaub made a good point. He goes, how many opportunities are you going to give Cyril Gahn? It's like it's not the guy people want to see fighting the heavyweight anymore. There's a couple other guys, like young guys coming up in the heavyweight in that class. So I don't know.
He's been bossed by quite a few fighters, so hasn't he?
Yeah.
Cyril Gahn. Anyway.
Oh, here's Manny. Manny versus Doma, White House card. Lock it in. I get Saucy in my corner, but you can have Goldberg or some shit.
Yeah, we'll get Cage. Cage in your corner.
You'd probably be in my corner as well. Can you imagine the left talking about how women are fighting in front of the White House? No, fucking cares, mate. It's the United States of America. You're all together, mate. Trump versus who in the White House card? I don't know. Who would he fight? Gavin Newsom. I put JD Vance against Gavin Newsom, 100%. And then I put AOC against Tulsi Gabbard. I put like Marco Rubio against I don't know, Tucker Carlson just for the sake of it. And then put like Megan Kelly against Candace Owens. Oh, this card's elite. Oh, fuck. I've got to, no. Actually, no, I wouldn't do that. I put Erica Kirk against Candace Owens.
Oh, no.
That's what I'll do. 100%. Did I say who Trump's going to fight? Nah, Trump wouldn't fight Newsom. You have to fight another world leader. Fight like Keir Starmer for the English base that they can put their troops in for the war. That's what they'd fight for. Territory. Be like Putin again.
Yeah, purple hair ladies would go wild.
Putin
blue,
versus
gold jacket, green jacket. Who gives a shit?
It'd be Putin versus Zelensky, 100%. Oh, you could honestly, if you put in AI, make a joke card, yeah, the whole card would be fixed, said Gage. We should actually have a hobby one. It'd be me versus Manny, Cage versus Goldberg, just for the sake of it. It'd be like Lucas Tigers Bronze. Get back together, punch on. Who would Saucy fight? The reseller off Discord. It'd be Saucy versus that guy. It'd be. It would be
Rumble World Leaders.
It'd be the Messiah versus probably everyone in the hobby. But
the Messiah versus the Director of Assets.
Oh, yeah. It'd be card porn versus Ken Golden. I'd pay to watch that for sure.
Juanito.
Who else would you have? You'd have like Steve Aoki versus Logan Paul as like the influencer fight of the card, and then I don't know who else you'd have. Source. I'm actually enjoying thinking about who would punch on with each other.
Be interesting to see. I want to see Investicard Eddie. I want to see him in there.
Investicard Eddie, that's a good one. Investicard Eddie. Him against what's his name? What's his name? Shulway Vlogs. We'll get Shulway Vlogs in as well against someone. KSI versus Diego Costa. Wow, he just getting rinsed.
Crazy Diego.
Jono says, Cage is Pavlich your favorite Freo player still. Remember he said he loved Matthew Pavlich a couple of weeks ago on the pod source.
Yeah. He went straight onto ChatGPT and looked up.
Is it a bit of strife on Cage if Matty Pavlich over here? AIH versus reality.
AIH versus tinfoil.
AIH versus monotonous talking tone. Suarez versus Douglas Costa.
Dom, I have to listen to his videos on 2x. I have to.
2x. I put it on 3.5.
It's at least 2x. 2x and it sounds normal.
And then after I beat up Manny, I want to fight the dinosaur bone collector, Scaramucci. I want to fight him for a T-Rex skull. That's what I'm fighting for. No titles. I'm fighting him for his Pikachu Illustrator card. And then I'll fight Ken Golden for a voucher on Shilling on his platform. That's what you get. Not a voucher to shill your thing up. That's what I do. Love Pavlich. What sport is that again? AFL. It's all about I'm going to get his name. The biggest USA AFL influencer on the planet. Do you know who that is? Source?
Yeah, that guy in LA. Is he in LA?
Luciano, whatever his name is. It's something Luciano.
I've seen it. I guess we're officially in hobby talk. No, Dom? Do we have any other?
Yeah, well, we're talking about every hobby punch on we're going to get. We haven't even started on anything. We just got sidetracked. Paco. Paco Luciano, that's it. You can't even see, you blind bum. I don't need anything to see. I'll knock you out.
You put the goggles on, mate.
I'll break my left hand this time.
Special goggles.
Oh, it'd give me joy. Manny, your wife and kids would be in my corner when I fought you.
Oh, that is low. That was a low blow. But he got a quick one in there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in part of our Facebook Breaks group, get in, join the link. It's in the description. If not, check out the other things that we have in the description, where to follow us, and make sure you subscribe, do the works. Double coverage breaks. The number one. I've got plenty of products behind me. Just get in there, find out what I got, and hopefully we can break something for you. Or if not, we can sell you the box. You let us know. Anyway, Doma, hobby talk. What are we starting with?
Well,
speak to me.
There's a couple of things we can start on. We'll get to the Messis in a second, but someone called for a Le Mans earlier. Magda, and you have spotted a grade A Le Mans this week in the hobby.
All right, Dom. Are we ready?
I'm
Ladies
ready.
And gentlemen,
it's very funny.
If you haven't seen this, here it is. Just watch and let's revel in this gentleman's unfortunate event.
猫咪反应。
我给我的车空气好吗？呼吸倒在50千吧。
So, for people at home that can't see, that man has accidentally. We brought this up on the show the other week. I forgot what the set was called. I actually looked it up to get this right. But the Yu-Gi-Oh set that was had this first time Yu-Gi-Oh had ever had any serialized.
Konami, the Heroes Yu-Gi-Oh.
I think that was the one.
Dual Box's Limit Over.
Limit Over Collection. That's the one.
Yes.
Limit Over Collection. The Japanese set where they have the serialized cards in there of a few of the big characters, the OG characters, numbered to 100. This guy opening the packs using scissors. That's why you need to be able to open the packs with your hands. And we figured it out after a while, but we made sure we didn't cut anyone's cards when we were doing it with the Japanese packs for a while.
Thanks, Vinny.
Thanks to Vinny. This guy has cut the card. What is, ladies and gentlemen, what is a $20,000 card raw? Yes, you heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. One sold for a ridiculous amount of
I think the Dark Magician
yen.
went for 29,000.
Yep.
Whoa.
So 29,000 around that in a PSA 10. Who knows what it could go for if it gets that grade? But 20,000+ raw. This guy has cut it while opening it. You, sir, are a lemon. Flash it up a few times, mate. Come on, what are you doing? You've hit the biggest hit of a life. Like this is the stuff that you open cards for. Wishing to hit a $20,000 card, right? And you've cut it. What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
I wish I cut my packs today when I opened my Mega Ascended Heroes Hit TV. Well, I filmed it. I don't even think I'm going to post it.
There's no point, is there?
No.
What was your best hits out of 9 packs that are in there?
I hit. Don't laugh, ladies and gents. Don't laugh. It honestly wasted 8 minutes of my life. 8 minutes of my life and $115 I'll never get back. 2 EXs. and a Rotom full art card. That's it.
It's a tough game. Packs, ripping packs.
This is, the best card was the promo card.
The promo card's nice.
The promo card's really nice. But yeah, I should have just cut the tops of the pack, to be honest. But he's just a spud. He's a spud. It's pretty funny if you tell me Goliath, sticky tape it up and tell him it'll be all right. Man, I can't even open select AFL packs. Kids should grab both pieces of the card and sell them at auction while the story is hot. I like it. I like it.
I reckon send it to Kurt. He'll fix it.
There'll be someone that can fix it. Someone will be able to fix it. Becca would grade the tip. They seem like just a tip type of company.
Well, they're owned by Collector now, so they're all in one, all encompassing.
Yeah, all for one and one for all, as they say. All right, Source. What else we got? We have the black label BGS. These are all your stories. You're coming with the heat.
I've got them. Here we go. Here's one, ladies and gentlemen. I'll bring it up. I've got to go to the post. Bring it up. Go to the post, and got another one here to share with you. Let me pause it. Here's this guy. So he's Kieran Jar is his name on IG, and you can watch this and listen for yourself.
5 and resubmit and get a Beckett 10. Today we're going to find out, because that's exactly what I've done. All I'm going to say is that I can't believe what happens in this video. Genuinely, I'm just going to let you watch. Okay, as you can see, this card got a 9.5, and I think the grading was a bit harsh. Now, I know a lot of people cross-grade the Beckett 9.5s for PSA 10s, but today I weren't cracking the card for that reason. I wanted a gold label 10, so I carefully snapped the card out of the slab, and as you can see, it's fully intact. Now, if we look, we've got two 9.5 subgrades. The only one I could try and improve on was surface. I mean, 9.5 with the centering, I felt like I got done harsh as well, but so I got the card out and I started cleaning it because I thought, what if I left a fingerprint on the card? I don't know. Now, I didn't do no deep cleaning or nothing. I literally was just cleaning the surface in circular motion. After the clean, I couldn't see any marks on the card, so I put it in a penny sleeve into a semi-rigid, then I sent it off. Now, today we have the card back. Anything better than a 9.5, we're aiming for a gold 10. You know what? I'm just going to leave it there. Just watch what happens, bro. Oh my fucking lord, bro, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh my god. Oh my lot, people. There's no way. Oh my.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. He has cracked and resubmitted his what card was it? One Piece Emperors in the New World Marshall Detect Manga Alt Art SR.
It's Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. There you go. Dom knows who it is. Out of the One Piece set in what set is
it? Is
OP09.
Yeah, it's
OP09 set, and he's hit a pristine black label 10 in Beckett. So he's cracked his 9.5, resubmitted to Beckett, and hit a black label after doing a little swizzy swirl cleaning technique on it. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know anymore. You know, that card holds a premium now. Mental, really. But it just, yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, we've known this for ages, and it's still going on. There's obviously no consistency in the grading, and you send things a few times, there's a good chance that you might have a crack at getting things such as a black label. So, yeah, look, I don't know. We'll yeah.
There you go. 3K to 12K, says Goliath.
Yeah. I think it's you got to just be ignorant to the fact if sometimes you might just have to bite the bullet. If you want to bite the bullet, go for it. And I've thought about it with a card that I bought, and it's actually a BGS 10, but it looks pretty good. And someone goes, "How can you fix the centering?" Well, if I show you another one, Doma, another video of this other person that, another image of. And I'll bring this one up as well. I'll go to the post and I'll share it with you, ladies and gentlemen. and here it is. How the hell this got a BGS Black Label 10? I have no idea. I have no freaking idea. I'll just zoom in for you guys. There it is. This is One Piece _ hip hop. If you don't know who that is, that's the guy who I talked about, sold his sports card collection and got all into One Piece. He was on a YouTube video, and around that point, coincidentally, when that YouTube video went off, so did the One Piece market. A bit of hype driven, around it, and it took off. Probably was a little bit undervalued for a period of time. It's definitely not undervalued anymore. And there is a lot more collectors moving into the space. Doma, you can see that, can't you? How the hell did that get? Look, there's the centering. How the hell did that get a BGS Black Label pristine 10? Pretty crazy to think. This is the promo card they're giving out at the basketball games. So, yeah, he's bought this up. No consistency. But, Doma, once again, what do we always say? Once it's got that grade, it is that grade. It's like telling someone to sell something for under the PSA 10 price, because it's not, when it has a PSA 10 on there, even though it could be off-centered, or you can tell that it's not a 10. It's crazy.
Crazy Eyes graded that, says Manny. Hobby says, Cage says, One Piece, I'm more of a 3-piece and a soda guy.
Yep.
Magda says, it still baffles
3-piece
me.
With the Zinger box.
Magda says, it still baffles me that cards go for more in a plastic slab. Magda said, Cage, there are hot girl cards now. Did you know?
Hot with a double T.
Yes,
he would
that's
know.
right.
Lamim shared it. Lamim shared it.
It's very funny. Last but not least, Source, of course, these Messi, they're not fake autos, ladies and gents, but they're real autos that were, it looks like, stolen. So, Saucy, what have you got for us? Hot girl cartoons? No.
I'll bring up the post and go to it and share it again. Here it is. This was shared
type in that, Cage. Type in this. That hot, and then put trading cards. Definitely not cartoons, my friend. Definitely not cartoons.
Here it is. This was shared by Prime Collectors.
Might have to zoom in a bit.
Okay, 1 second here. There it is. So this lady hit me up with all of these unreleased serial numbered cards, numbered to 1 of 10, 2 of 10, 3 of 10, etc. And she works at Tops. If you see these cards, don't buy. They are pulled off print, likely, and not grade. Beware, she's in Plano. I don't know what that means. These are her pictures, and someone in this group does have a Messi dual auto, so please beware. What this isn't actually fake autos, Dom. It's literally someone backdooring the autos off the line at Tops. And funny enough, look what they've backdoored. A Rodrigo De Paul and Messi 1 of 1 Superfractor dual auto. They've backdoored and obviously selling it, and they've backdoored a bunch of other stuff from the set. Here, another big 1 of 1 Messi. As you can see, there you go. And what's disappointing is Tops haven't addressed it at all. They haven't come out and said anything. They've just left it as is. I think they may have even retracted some of the cards from the checklist, saying they're just not in there. Now, just crazy story to think that, this day and age, there isn't someone getting paid enough to make sure that doing their job properly, and so you have people literally stealing cards. That Lionel Messi, Rodrigo De Paul, probably 1 of 1, could be a $20,000 card, if not more, potentially. So, yeah, look, I don't know. Pretty crazy. I think you have the likes of, Tyson Beck producing what he produces as one man, and these companies that have billions of dollars in turnover or billions of dollars in revenue, and you'd think they'd have proper systems in place so this thing wouldn't happen. So yeah, look, I'm not surprised because it's happened before with baseball and a few other things in the past. If you can go watch Dan the Cardman's video on this exact topic, he talks about it, and he talks about references how things have happened before with Bowman Chrome, I think it was, had an issue out of one of the baseball releases, and some big cards were missing in that, and there was never really any answers out of Fanatics. It's not good enough, really. It's not good enough because, these big cards aren't in the set now, and does that mean you do decrease the box prices because one of the best hit cards or multiple of the hit cards aren't in there?
The best hit card.
So, just nuts. One Piece trophy cards were stolen also from factory. There you go. One Piece trophy cards. It's just, yeah. And you know what's crazy, Goliath, is they'll sell and demand, value because people will still buy them because they know they're original. It's crazy. But just be wary out there, ladies and gentlemen. Just be wary out there. I don't know what it means if you buy something and it's considered stolen goods, and if there is some sort of police report that it's ongoing. If that obviously that item could probably be taken back off you, then you lose your money. So yeah, be mindful. If you do know that is stolen, probably don't buy it. It's not the advice. That's the advice I'd give you. Anyway, but, yeah.
I'm investing in Trump stocks as global. What else we got? Zoros. That's why buyers get winners to sign on paper and also get Bandai to confirm. What a Top's got to do about it? Nothing. Must be gently used. Actually, I have one thing. Source. The great and powerful Whatnot faces legal challenges over card breaking practices. 15 arbitration complaints have been filed against Whatnot, including over the last few days. Impact could rattle the industry. This is from Collectibles on SI, which is Sports Illustrated. Hobby is facing a major test today's arbitration complaint is filed against Whatnot. The document includes $11 billion marketplace, specifically challenging the legality of the randomized breaks and repackaged products that have become central to Whatnot's business model. Announcing we've filed 15 arbitrations over the last few days and we continue filing them for our clients. We currently have 15 more to go. Our cases focus on Whatnot allegedly running an illegal casino without the safeguards that regulated casinos are required to have to protect consumers. Due to those lack of safeguards, we believe consumers are at risk of unfair and fraudulent activities, as well as additional issues without the proper guardrails. Let's go continue. The reason we are now coming to the media is we believe Whatnot's recent change to its terms and service for its arbitration clause negatively affects Whatnot consumers. So we want those consumers to look at the new arbitration clause, not that there is an opt-out period, and have time to decide if they want to opt out, even seeking another attorney's advice on what to do. Saucy. Over to you.
Nothing will happen because they've gone and made an update, putting all spending limits, probably fixing all the legalities in the background, and they will pretty much say, well, we've got these things in place, and they probably have got good enough lawyers. I don't think much will happen to them, and it just reeks of someone not being able to control themselves in a way. And I mean, it is what you find on this platform, with the way that the bidding system works and the $1 auctions and that. But yeah, at the same time, people need to be able to control themselves. You can't put all the onus back on the company. It's like people that get themselves in the hole with gambling. They just don't know when to walk away. When you just need to quit and stop doing what you're doing. So Yeah, you need to be able to. You need to be self-aware. Look, do I agree with some people's practices on whatnot? No, I do not. Do I see where the people with the lawsuit are coming from? Yes, I do. But also, I think it's also got to do with people lack of education around, what they want to do in the hobby. What do you want to achieve? As we always say, it's fun to break boxes and open packs, but if that's all you do, hoping to hit big cards, you are most likely going to be in the hole. Like, it's just the reality of opening cards and opening boxes. And Dom was talking about his one ETB he opened, Ascending Heroes. I know a bloke who's opened 13 and he hasn't hit any of the 3 or 4 major cards in the set. So 13 times 9, Dom, you do the math. What's that? 100, well over 100 packs he's opened. About 3 booster boxes worth, if not more.
Goliath says, better off going to local pub pokies.
Go to the pokies, hit the feature, and you got to gamble it. That's the new thing these days. Apparently, you're gambling it. If you hit the feature and you win, you got to gamble it. And apparently, only $5 or $10 spins minimum. Well, that's what all the influencers are doing on Instagram, mate. They're getting famous from it.
Fair enough. Or you can play my method that I played on the Australia Day long weekend with my brother-in-law and my cousin, and we cleaned up $650.
There you go.
Paying, I think, 50-cent spins. There's a method to the madness, Sauce. You have to start with $50.
Not saying that there isn't. There is ways.
So,
there is ways. Just don't go to Crown Casino because they're confirmed to be 100% rigged.
Yeah, I did practice the reading that paragraph for about a month. And that it came out yesterday, Manny. Thanks. You need help, Tomo. Why is that? Because I'm coughing and spluttering, or just because I'm cooked?
You need help, Manny. Chelsea needs help.
Magda's sticking up for me. Maybe we get Magda versus Manny.
That'd be a good matchup.
And then we can set up his Magda's corner. There wouldn't be one male in sight in Magda's corner. He'd be sponsored by Hot Trading Cards, 100%. 100%.
Get the collab happening.
Yeah. You name any X-rated websites, and it'll be all over his shorts, all his sponsors. He'd be the guy. So we are definitely going out after Hobby Hangout. Hopefully, let's try and work something out for sure.
Yeah, we can sort something out once I get rid of everything that's we have to pack up, which
Yeah, that's the painful part.
Is never fun.
Yeah. So hopefully we sell it all. We don't have to bring anything back home. Sauce.
That would be ideal.
Be nice. On that note, ladies and gents, that's everything we have for you.
It is.
Keep living. What do you got before I close it off, actually?
No, I was going to say nothing or had nothing at all to say. Close it out. Don't forget to follow us down below.
That's it, bro.
Get in the groups, breaks. Buy some acrylics if you need some acrylics. And more things to come.
Beautiful.
The takeover here, Doma.
The takeover here. Keep living, loving, and breeding sports and cards as double coverage. I'm Dom with the great man, Saucy. Peace.
Peace. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports. Double curve.